It looks like the Xbox Series X is going to get that much faster thanks to a new update. Now, these are the things that come out quite often with a update for, consoles and things like that, and that's really kind of a godsend when we see these types of things come out, because we know we don't live in that day and age anymore where consoles are strictly going to be static machines and never change or never update or anything like that throughout the years. So now we're going to see what the Xbox Series X is truly capable of. Now, this isn't one of those situations where you go, oh, well, wait for the the tools and things like that. This isn't one of those situations. This is just something that they kind of fixed up and made a little bit better, and it even saves energy while it's added. So it's kind of a win-win situation for both fans and for Microsoft themselves. Now, like I said, the Xbox Series X is already incredibly fast, but this kind of brings it to even new levels, new heights, and things like that. So I think for me personally, this is really cool to see. And just as an Xbox fan, you want these things to keep evolving and keep getting better and better and better. And that's exactly what is starting to happen. Listen, the Xbox Series X is not a perfect console, but it's definitely a very good console, and I think that people obviously like it, and we're going to continue to see it get better throughout the years because they did a good job designing it. I think that the software side of things is lacking, but nobody can play the Xbox Series X and think that it's a bad console or that it doesn't do good things great, because one of the things that kind of swayed me, well, many things swayed me from playing more on PlayStation 5 to the Xbox. And obviously, my save files just being there like that made it happen. But, at the end of the day, I think that we as fans kind of take a lot of things for granted. So it's nice to see when they continually evolve things and make them better. Sony does it too. But, I just got to say, I just feel more at home with Xbox. And that's not really a dig on Sony or the PlayStation 5 whatsoever, because I think that's a great console in and of itself. But when I'm going to play multiplats or when I'm playing whatever, I think about this. This is how I think about things nowadays, right? So, as many of you know, and I'll go through this list really quick. Marvel's Avengers, Ghost of Tsushima, Uncharted 4, Uncharted Lost Legacy, Death Stranding. Those are just some of the games that I had save files on the PlayStation 4, and none of those save files were found on my PlayStation 5. I didn't always have PlayStation Plus, so I'm not sure if when you lose PlayStation Plus, you lose your cloud save files altogether or whatever. But what happened is I had a PlayStation 4 Pro that got fried due to a breaker going up, and I lost my PC at that time. It's well documented. This was in 2020. It's actually the reason why I got a new TV right before the new generation as well. But yeah, it's one of those things where you have to be wary of that stuff. So a good example is I played South Park Stick of Truth. I played that on the Xbox 360 when it came out. I got the remaster for the Xbox One in 2015, 2014, when the Fractured But Whole came out. They gave it away as a free thing, right? So I had that. I started it back in 2015, mind you, and I didn't finish it. So recently, just within the last month, I finished it, and it just picked up right where I left off magically, right? So that's the cool thing about what I like about Xbox. That's just one of the many things. It's just like, how come an Avengers game that just came out a few months ago, that save file, and they're like, download the PS4 version, then upload your save file, then get to the PS5 version, download your save file. It's just such nonsense, honestly. So it was very much kind of annoying. I still will play the exclusives on PlayStation 5, but I think the convenience and things and just make the Xbox Series X a better console for me personally. I want to get into this video though. Microsoft with this update doing some good things. Let's get started. Should be a fun video. Look, I'll be the first to admit that Microsoft always tends to add in some things well after launch, which can be both amazing and a little bit frustrating. The reason why it's frustrating is because some of these things maybe should have been there right from the beginning, but hey, I think all of us can kind of look at this and go, you know what, listen, we all kind of take these things for granted, and I think these consoles are amazing consoles, but at the same time, I think that we need to kind of realize that we're no longer in this thing where we can just wait and wait and wait. And it's the same thing with Halo Infinite, right? Like, I get why they wanted to put it out. Maybe they should have waited another year with that, but I still think that at the end of the day, we should be seeing a lot more things come about with this. With these types of updates. So the console is going to boot up faster. Insider test builds that the OS have made the boot up animation shorter. So Xbox lead engineer Eden Marie confirmed over the weekend that the cold startup time, which is the time that it takes the console to boot up from a completely power down status was now quicker for insider members. Someone asked me about this, she said, and I'll admit I had no clue, but I checked, and yes, the boot animation and cold startup time in general on Xbox Series X and S time has been shortened in the latest insider builds. This was confirmed by Xbox's Director of Integrated Marketing, Josh Muncy, who stated that he had worked with the two others as well, so we'll have to see how that works out. And he actually stated that he had worked with two other staff members to help to reduce the boot time by shortening the animation that plays when the console starts up. He said Ken confirmed, worked with a couple of people to create a shorter boot up animation from the original boot animation. So now it's like 4 seconds instead of the original 9 seconds, helping to reduce the overall startup time. This was then tested by Xbox News reporter Idle Sloth, who actually showed that the new boot animation is around 4 seconds long compared to the 9 seconds animation currently being used. So once the current insider build of the operating system has been fully tested, that will roll out on all Xbox Series X and S owners as part of a standard system update, which according to Idle Sloth means users will have it as early as August. Microsoft announced last week that insiders are now also able to directly connect their Xboxes to Discord and use Discord voice chat directly from their console. Microsoft said the update, which enables Discord users to connect Xboxes across mobile and PC, will roll out to more users in the coming weeks, which is again a very interesting topic, because if you think about the Discord situation, Discord was something that was announced to be coming to PlayStation, and Sony actually has some kind of deal with Discord where they're helping them out. So what's super interesting is that Microsoft swooped in and got this as a feature through this update before anybody else was, even kind of hinted at using this stuff on PlayStation. So Microsoft said that the Discord update will allow users to connect across Xbox Mobile and PC, and it's going to roll out to more users over the upcoming weeks. While playing on the consoles, users will be able to see who's in their call and speaking. They'll also be able to adjust the sound and switch between Discord voice chat and Xbox game chat. To access the feature, players need to select Try Discord Voice on Xbox from within the Parties and Chats menu. Then they'll be asked to link their Discord account to their Xbox or relink it if they've done it before. Microsoft has published a Discord connection FAQ with further instructions, and I will link this as well. So obviously, Microsoft said the latest wave of of updates coming to the Xbox Series X is offering lots of features like this. So listen, these consoles continue to be amazing. They continue to do great things, and they continue to get better with time, which I think is also keenly important to helping people to enjoy their experience. These are quality of service life titles, quality of service and quality of life. We'll have to see something that's going on, what's happening as soon as possible. So listen, good news for Xbox fans, good news for Microsoft. I'll always applaud Microsoft for continuing to make things that much better for their consumers and for customers and things like that, because that's what it's all about, honestly. So very grateful for that. Now with that being said, I will link these two articles. You fine folks can check that out and let me know what you think. Hopefully you enjoy it. Rack 'em up, fact 'em up, crap gamer 'em up. If you watch the video, please leave a like on it. It helps it to be seen and the channel to grow. Crap gamer out.